This is every single side Easter egg on the Black Ops 6 Zombies map, Reckoning, that we know of so far, but I'm pretty sure, honestly, this might be every single side Easter egg. The first is the free perk Easter egg with Mr. Peaks. Now, you just go to the top, the executive suite, and aim down and shoot Mr. Peaks on this machine, and he's going to come all the way up to the top floor and hang on this rail, and when you interact with him, he's going to go from the top to the very bottom of the tower and leave circles all the way down to the bottom. All you have to do is jump off the edge, pull your parachute, and go through every single one of these circles all the way down to the very bottom floor. And if you do that correctly without touching the ground in one continuous parachute, once you hit the very bottom, you will be rewarded with the free perk. Now, the second free perk you can get is partly through the Easter egg. Once you get to the part where you're in the Pack-a-Punch room and you have to get the blue orb on the Gorg effects, there are these red numbers above where the orb is, and you need to get the number above 2,000. Now, the way you do this is as soon as you press the red button to start this little part of the Easter egg, you need to kill 4 like translucent vermin, and I believe they count for it's either 20 or 200 points, but every single zombie kill is worth 10 points, and you have about maybe 30 seconds to do this. So if you're on solo, you have to be on like around 35 or higher to get enough zombies and kill enough quickly enough to get the free perk. So it's a lot easier on co-op, but once you get it above 2,000, you will be rewarded with the free perk. The next is the golden trash can. Now, this one's super easy and can give you great loot for the beginning rounds. All you have to do, there are 7 trash cans around the map. There's going to be loot that comes out of 4 of them. All you have to do is get the 4 that have the loot. So there's 2 in the bottom spawn area. There's 5 in the executive suite, kind of by where Blanchard is, kind of by Jug, up in the top area, kind of by Electric Pop or whatever the frick that perk's called. It's trash. I don't use it. But anyways, once you hit all of those, and I'm showing the 7 locations right now, you can come back down to the spawn room, and this trash can is going to be glowing gold. And when you activate it, you get a bunch of points, salvage, and different great loot like that. The next is the target practice Easter egg. Now, what you have to do is stand on this circle and shoot the circle on the TV screen, and your whole screen's going to go like kind of gray, and there's going to be targets that spawn. Now, you have 9 seconds to hit these targets, and you can hear them audio-wise when they spawn in. But basically, shoot one and just keep shooting them all. If you don't see it anywhere, just kind of turn around until you see the red circle. It's literally going to be, it's super easy to see completely. So the first round, it's just one not moving target. Once you finish that one, you'll get like an ammo mod. You can go to the next round and do the same thing, but on this one, there's going to be 2 targets and you have 9 seconds. So just shoot both. 2 more will spawn, 2 more will spawn. And after you do like 8 to 10 of those, you will get an ether tool. And then on the third one, there's going to be 3 targets and they're moving. So I would say have an accurate gun. Don't have like a sniper or a one-shot gun. You could have like a pistol. Have a decent gun. Hit all 3 of the moving targets and you will be rewarded with a Pack-a-Punch crystal, whatever the heck they're called. Couple things on this one. If you shoot a single zombie with a single bullet while you're doing this, it'll kick you out and the targets will go away and you'll have to wait till the next round. The next thing is the higher the round, the better the loot. So if you're on like round 11, I believe you'll get a blue ether tool and then like a Pack-a-Punch 1 crystal. If it's around like 16, I believe it's a purple and a Pack-a-Punch 2 crystal. And then on 21, I believe it's a gold and a Pack 3. I'm not 100% sure on those, but that is how you do that one. The next is the free self-revive. Super easy. Just come by the pool table, shoot 1, 1, 5. 1 on the top row, 1 on the middle row, 5 on the bottom row. And it's just going to spawn on the pool table and it'll be there forever. The next is the Aetherella Easter egg. Now, you have to get the Gorg effects for this one, but come into spawn and use your spray paint emoji on this bathroom stall and it's going to open and you're going to see the Aetherella doll on the ground. You need to shoot a charged shot from your Gorg effects and the doll is now going to begin to follow you. You need to make your way up to the Pack-a-Punch room and go into the beam, like where you're floating without your gun out. and Aetherella is going to stay up in there. You have to go back up to the ledge and go through the beam again and go over and kind of hit the doll on your way out. Once that's done, the doll will follow you and now shoot lasers out of her eyes at zombies. It probably lasts a good 3 to 5 rounds. It's nothing crazy good, but it does help. I will say it does kill zombies. It does help quite a bit. The next is the paint Easter egg, which will give you a free up to 3,000 points, and you can get the ether blade by doing this if you've done the Mr. Peaks glitch where you have that specialty. But basically, there's 3 paintings around the map. The first one I grabbed was in the Pack-a-Punch room. It's facing the wall. You pick that up, you go all the way back to the room by Elemental, put it on the wall. The second is in the spawn room, kind of behind a locker, also facing the wall. Grab that one, bring that one up to the wall. And the third is on the Android assembly, kind of by where the shooting pad is, behind like this mop bucket. Grab that one, bring that one to the wall. Each one of these you place on the wall will give you 500 points, but if you have double points, you can make it 3,000. And then, once you've done that, you can get an RCXD, come over by where the Forsaken is, and drive that RCXD through this fence and go behind the machine, and you're going to see an ether crystal. Blow up your RCXD, and then go back up behind where that machine is with your regular self, and you're going to see like a beam float up in the air, and a bunch of ether crystals are going to spawn. Once you destroy all of those, a safe key is going to drop. Now, this is where Mr. Peaks come in, which you had to do some sort of glitch to get him, because you have to earn him in an event that isn't even available yet. But once you use Mr. Peaks on this painting, he'll knock it down, a safe will open and spawn like the Disciple, and once you kill all those zombies, you will be able to pick up the Ether Blade, which basically just acts like the Hell's Retriever from Mob of the Dead. You got an unlimited blade, it'll kill about 3 zombies. Take about 3 to 5 seconds to charge up, and you can continuously use this. The next is the round 100 boss fight. So basically, you get to round 101, it has to be above round 100, and you do the boss fight. There's going to be a red mist, the boss is going to be extremely harder, and it's going to spawn a lot more zombies. It'll even start spawning amalgams, which aren't even like on this map unless you do this. With Sam, she'll do her like crazy attacks from the very beginning instead of at like the halfway mark. And Richtofen, I think, will be a lot crazier as well. But there's going to be a lot more Klauses and a lot of other things happening. The next is the jump scare Easter egg. Just get a gun with a scope, come over by the executive suites and aim at this blanket outside of the forest, and you will get the jump scare. The next is the chicken bucket hat. This chicken bucket hat, did I even say that right? This one's super easy. Come in the executive suites and throw a grenade at this chicken bucket up on the shelf. It'll knock down, and you have to grab 3 pieces of chicken. They're all within like 5 feet of each other. There's like some on the counter, on the ground, on a chair. Once you grabbed all of those and then interact with the bucket, you will now have a wearable bucket on your head for the rest of the match. It doesn't do anything. I don't know why this is a thing, but it's definitely a thing, so there you go. The next is all of the free power-ups. You can get a free max armor in the spawn room out on this tank. You can get a free full power right by Deadshot Daiquiri, kind of up on the ceiling here. You can get a free double points over in like the weird tree area. For some reason, this one's weird and hard to hit, but it's just right up there. There's a free max ammo. This one's in the Android assembly over kind of by where you shoot to the other tower. Just look up on this box and you'll see it sitting right there. The next is the insta-kill. As soon as you go up the shaft to go to like the dark entity place or whatever the frick that one's called, it's right in this barrier up on this shelf here, so you can hit that. Bonus points is in the executive suites all the way up on the antenna pole. Aim up, hit that one there. The free nuke is in the Pack-a-Punch room, just in between these pipes. And then after you do all of those ones, you'll get the free fire sale, which is in the window right next to Quick Revive. Shoot that on the ground and you've got the free fire sale. Some other little Easter eggs I didn't mention because they're just so worthless is the vending machine from Liberty Falls is on this in the Android assembly. It is possible to get a free perk from it. Really not a crazy Easter egg. I didn't think it was really one to include there. And the other one I don't really think anybody gives a freak about is the turret trap in the Dark Entity containment area. You can upgrade it by getting hard drives, and it'll make the trap better. Honestly, who gives a hookah about that? And the other are the 2 music Easter eggs. Who I don't give a freak. You have to find 3 Mr. Peak's headphones, and the other activates when you do the self-revive Easter egg on the pool table. But other than that, that is every single side Easter egg in the Black Ops 6 Zombies map, Reckoning. There you go.